I'm Jack, and thank you for joining me for another very quick news roundup. So today we're going to be talking about the Rise of Skywalker SHFiguarts, which are on display currently at the 2019 Bandai Tamashii Nations event happening in Japan. Now, it doesn't seem too long ago. I think it was, well, there we go. Look, here we go. Latest on YouTube for us, Rise of Skywalker SHFiguarts revealed. Doesn't seem too long ago that I put that video together when these guys were very first announced. I think it was around the Force Friday time. But anyway, I divulge. Here we go. This is the latest look we have of these guys, the most recent and up-to-date viewing of them. So here we go. We'll start with Rey. So you can see here, obviously, the lightsaber prop that she has. It looks a little bit kind of chunky. I don't know what you think about that. That's just my opinion on that. The gun there that Han gave her, obviously, in The Force Awakens, holstered. And here we go, yeah. So Rey and Dio, you can just see Dio here off on the bottom of this picture, and her staff as well, just laying slightly off to the side. And a brand new style, a brand new design of figure stand coming from Bandai. As you can see here, we do have a price point which is 6,600 yen, which I believe to be around $70. Obviously, the prices don't translate exactly. There's obviously all different factors, but it's around that sort of price point, and it should be coming at the end of this year, so not too much longer to wait. I mean, the face sculpt on her here looks pretty great. I thought the promotional images for her that Bandai initially released looked pretty solid. I know people can be a bit wary sometimes when it comes to the promotional images as opposed to the actual in-hand up-close shots and the differences between them. But I think this looks pretty close, in all honesty, and I think she looks fantastic. I think, yes, okay, this is hard sculpted plastic here, and again, all the way around her. I mean, maybe that could have been fabric just to kind of provide a bit more dynamism to the figure. But I mean, like I said, from this initial look, I think she looks fantastic, and looks to be perhaps the definitive Rey so far. So if you have been holding off, picking a Rey up, because you've wanted one which ticks all the boxes, then hopefully this will be the figure for you. So let's scroll down, and now this picture here. I mean, well, where to start? I mean, if you love the Sith Trooper design, like I do, that crimson red offset against the black, then I think this guy, I think you'll agree, looks fantastic. I love how you get not only this very high-tech looking blaster, but you also get the heavy First Order star repeating heavy cannon there, and another blaster as well. So this one on the floor here is just a repaint, essentially, of the standard First Order rifle, whereas this one here is a brand new rifle to be introduced, especially alongside the Sith Troopers in Rise of Skywalker. And we're getting the same price point and again the same release date later on this year before the year is through. And you can't really see it too clearly here, but there is another circular designed figure base here, very similar to Mezco's in their circular structure they have in their 112 collective figures. So same sort of vein going on there. Guy looks fantastic. I mean, if you're into your troopers and you're into your army building, then yeah, this guy is going to be for you. And just fingers crossed that they get enough screen time to warrant all of the kind of promotion that has been sent their way. Not only did they get an early Hot Toys release earlier in the year, obviously there's been various different Black Series release, from the first edition to the carbonized to the standard release to the SDC Z19 release. So they've been getting a lot of attention. So fingers crossed that they live up to that when the film comes out in a few months' time. I mean, okay, this is the Luke figure, of course, from Last Jedi. Let's just try and get that picture. I can't. Okay, my bad. Yeah. So, like I said, this picture here. Say what you will about that kind of bulge there. I think it's purely how he's been posed. You can see the figure stand coming off here. I think he's just pushing his gut out a bit too much. It's a bit too pronounced, leading people to say, "Oh, this is Fat Luke." It's just a very poor choice of pose, really. I don't really understand why they've chosen that way, but there we are. And again, you can just kind of see the base here, the white and gold with the Jedi Order sigil there. And yes, the face sculpt, people like to point out the fact they look like Chuck Norris. I mean, make of that what you will. I'm interested to hear your thoughts, so do let me know down in the comments below if you agree with that. I mean, it's not the best looking Luke sculpt. I don't think it's really a million miles off. Obviously, the printing technique that Bandai uses on all of these figures means that when you really get up close, they do fall down somewhat because of the different coloration that is used to create the image. From a fair distance, I mean, maybe it'll look better. But yeah, this kind of angle here and this pose overall, it's not doing him any favors, is it? It's not doing the joints any favors as well. This elbow here looks to be very, very pronounced. How this wrist peg here seems to kind of extend out a little bit. Again, hopefully when we see him or more of him, those issues won't be so pronounced. But I mean, yeah, just an odd pose to be used. And then yeah, down to the Force Awakens Han Solo. I think this one looks to be one of the better ones of the bunch. I mean, I'm not entirely sure what's going on here with this elbow joint. Again, just looks a little bit robotic, a little bit squared off, and a bit clunky. I think sculpt looks great. The tool in there on the hair looks fantastic. The blaster looks great, as does this kind of mottled kind of coloration going on there on that brown jacket. So I think that he looks fantastic. And again, just to reiterate, here we go with that different base that you can see there. Obviously the Rebellion sigil. But yeah, I think when you compare how he's posed in this kind of action stance, a more iconic Han pose compared to this, I mean, what were they thinking? Who knows? And then, yeah, we arrive with the new Supreme Leader of the First Order, Kylo Ren himself. And the interesting thing here about this guy is, of course, the cloth cape and the wide edges that it has, shown off in the promotional images when this guy was first revealed, but illustrated much more clearly here. You can see, it's just going to allow you to get some far more dynamic poses out of him. Unlike how, the cape, you can remove the cape and it feels like you have a completely different figure. A completely different range of poses that you can kind of capture. I think the lightsaber here looks great. Doesn't look quite as chunky as the one on Rey. You also get a different hand piece here. I mean, like I say, it'd be interesting to see exactly what this guy comes with. I'm just excited to see this guy out in the wild, see him in your collection, see what you guys can kind of cook up with him, really, especially the toy photographers out there amongst you. And again, just reiterate here, the circular stand with the First Order sigil. I mean, that is really going to do it for us here. Like I said, just a very quick news roundup just to kind of get you guys up to date on this group of Star Wars SHFiguarts that are on display currently at the Tamashii Nations event in Japan. Do let us know your thoughts on all of these figures down in the comments below. I will pop links in the description also to the initial reveal, which just gives you a full breakdown of the price, full breakdown of what exactly is included within that price package. So if you enjoyed today's quick news roundup, then don't forget to hit that subscribe button just to stay notified. We are going to be making much more of these news videos to try and get you guys up to date if you prefer your content in a video form. So hopefully I'll see you around here again very soon. So many thanks again and see you soon.